Hello students, this video is for chapter 1 part 3 democracy. In the previous videos we discussed about the features of democracy. In this video we are going to discuss about why democracy, the merits and demerits of democracy. Now if we talk about the demerits of democracy, in democracy leaders keep changing and this leads to an instability. Now, democracy is all about political competition and power play. There is no scope for morality. So many people have to be consulted in a democracy that it leads to delays. Elected leaders do not know the best interest of the people. It leads to a bad decision. Democracy leads to corruption, for it is based on electoral competition. Now, ordinary people don't know what is good for them, they should not decide anything. These are some of the arguments which is against democracy. So, if we talk about democracy, it is not a magical solution for all the problems. If we see, we have democracy in our country, but still the democracy has not ended the poverty in our country. People are still having problem for three times of meals, and the same is there in the other parts of the world. But democracy is a form of government which only ensures the people take their own decisions, and this does not guarantee that their decision will be good. People can make mistakes, but involving the people in these decisions does lead to delays in decision making, because the many people has to be consulted to take decision. And it is also true that democracy leads to frequent changes in leadership. Sometimes this can set back big decisions and affect the government's efficiency. So these arguments show that democracy of the kind we see may not be the ideal form of democracy. But the question is that, is democracy better than other forms of government that we have to choose among? So basically the question here is not that democracy is best, but the democracy is better than other forms of government or not. Now, here we have arguments for democracy. Why we should keep democracy? So, in China, there was a famine took place from 1958 to 1961, and nearly 3 crore people lost their life. That time, India's economic condition was not much better than China. It was almost same. But yet India has not gone through that kind of famine. So now economists think that this was the result of two different government policies in two different countries. In India, we were following the democratic government, and in China, there was the rule of one party. Now, if China would having multi-party election and it would be having an opposition, also a free press, the press having the liberty to criticize the government, then so many people may not have died. Because if there is opposition party, if there is press who can criticize the government, so they can make a pressure on government, and government has to work according to the people. The government has to respond to the people. That means they can make the government respond to people. But that is not in a non democratic government. A non democratic government may and can respond to the people's need. That is on their wish. That is on the wish of the ruler. If the ruler wants, they can respond, otherwise they may not respond. But in democracy, that is not according to the wish of the ruler. Here in the democracy, the rulers have to attend to the need of people. They have to respond to the need of people. So here we can see a democratic government is a best government because it is a more accountable form of government. Now the next is democracy improves the quality of decision making. How? Democracy is based on consultation and discussion. A single person cannot take the decision for whole country or on behalf of whole citizen. So here group of people discuss and consult before taking the decision. And when a number of people put their head together and they are able to point out possible mistakes in the decision. Like if many people together discussing on anything, they can bring out the possible mistakes. This takes time as discussion and consultation is needed, but there is a big advantage in that. This reduces the chance of rush or irresponsible decisions. As we know, the decisions taken in hurry can have more mistakes. So here you can see the democracy improves the quality of decision making. As when many people are discussing on the same topic, they are able to bring out the possible mistakes that can be corrected. Also, it reduces the chance of rush and irresponsible decisions. Now, the third is democracy provides a method to deal with differences and conflicts. If we talk about India, India is a country of diversity. People have differences of opinions and interests. If we see here in India, people practice different religion, speak different languages, belongs to different regions, have different castes, and like this, we can find a huge diversity in our nation. Now, different people have different preferences. Now, there may be clash of the preferences as preference of one group can clash with those of other groups.
Also, we can see the group which is more powerful will dictate its terms and others will have to accept that. But in that case, what will happen? The other group who has to accept the powerful group's decision will lead to resentment and unhappiness, because that is not their preference and they are accepting others' preference because of the force. But this all conflicts can be resolved by brutal power. Only democracy can provide the peaceful solution for this problem, because in democracy no one is permanent winner and no one is permanent loser, and different groups can live with one another peacefully. So, in a diverse country like India, democracy keeps our country together. Next, we have democracy enhances the dignity of citizens. As we know, the democracy is based on the principle of political equality. That means the poorest and the least educated has the same status as the rich and the educated one. Now, people are not subjects of a ruler, they are the rulers themselves, as they indirectly participate in the decision making process. As in democracy, people elect their representatives and the representatives takes the decision on the behalf of the citizen, and that time they have to keep the interest and voice of the people in mind. And if the representative is not doing so, the people can throw him out. They can elect other representatives, and thus the representative can lose the power in next election. So like this, they have to think about the interest of the people. So democracy enhances the dignity of the citizen by giving them the opportunity to participate in the decision making mechanism. Finally, democracy is better than other forms of government because it allows us to correct its own mistakes. As we saw in the previous examples, that there is no guarantee that mistakes cannot be made in democracy. No form of government can guarantee that. But the advantage in a democracy is that such mistakes cannot be hidden for long time. As there are press, that means press has liberty. There are opposition and their work is to criticize the government. Now press also has the liberty to criticize the government, and like this they can bring out the mistakes done by the government. So the mistakes cannot be hidden for a long time, but there is a space for public discussion on these mistakes, and there is a room for correction. Either the rulers have to change their decision and think according to the citizen, or the rulers can be changed in the next election. But this opportunity is not there in non-democratic government. So here you can see that democracy does not provide the guarantee for the mistakes, that mistakes will not be there, but it allows the government to correct its own mistake. And if government is not doing so, the people has right to change the government. Now here we have the summarization of the topics we just gone through now. So here we have democracy cannot get us everything and is not the solution to all the problems. But it is clearly better than any other alternative that we know. It offers better chances of a good decision. It is likely to respect people's own wishes and allows different kinds of people to live together. Even when it fails to do some of these things, it allows a way of correcting its mistakes and offers more dignity to all citizens. And thus, it is considered as the best form of government. Here we have a cartoon. In this, we can see 6 comments are there. First is, we voters are angry and we are not going to take it anymore. Second is, the liberals have been arrogant. Third is, they have broken our trust in government. Fourth, they stole our money. Fifth, so on June 28, we are going to do what Canadians do best. Last is, we are going to vote them back in. Now, this cartoon was published in Canada just before its parliamentary election of 2004. Now, everyone, including the cartoonist who made this cartoon, expected the Liberal Party to win once again. When the result came, the Liberal Party lost the election. Now you have to tell that this cartoon is an argument against democracy or it is for democracy. Which theme it is supporting. So that you have to find out, understand and let me know. I hope you all understood all the topics taught in this video. Any queries or questions will be resolved in the online classes. Thank you, students.